Hello and welcome to this week's video from the YBL. My name's James Davis and I'll be your host for today. This week we're having a look at Team of the Week, which is Coventry Sky Blues under-17s. Congratulations to them. Stay with us for their highlights in a couple of minutes' time. Also, we're going to have a look at some of the fixtures from last weekend and the results, which then culminate in the spots for the semi-finals for the championships. Also, after Team of the Week, stay with us. We'll have a quick look at the top 3 tips from myself to become a better table official. Some handy tips for you. So let's jump straight into it and have a look at the fixtures from last weekend. So Frankie Falcons had a shocking home win over Shropshire Warriors as they've been undefeated so far this season in their under-17s game. So Franklin and Shropshire Warriors finishing first at the moment. Currently sitting second in that table is Frankie Falcons. They've secured their place for the top 2 spots for the championship finals in May. Over to the under-11s CVL Group C, where COB Rockets White finished top of the table, followed by Worcester Bears and Bromsgrove Bears. So Worcester Bears and Bromsgrove Bears joining Coventry Tornadoes and Coventry Elite, West Bromwich Basketball and Walsall 99ers in the second place playoffs, which is held tomorrow in Bloxwich. Also, the deadline for any rearrangement of fixtures for clubs will be Friday the 12th of April, unless otherwise previously agreed with the league. That is the deadline that we've set to get everything sorted for end of the season. Any player transfers or new player registrations must be completed by March 31st. Now we have a look at Team of the Week, as I said previously. Congratulations to Coventry Sky Blues under-17 teams for being Team of the Week this week. Now we have a look at some stats then for Coventry Sky Blues under-17s. Coached by Andy Ransbury, they currently play in the under-17s East Division. Current position in the league is 6th, with a current win-loss ratio of 3-4. Winning 3, losing 4, and 2 defaulted games, unfortunately. They currently have scored 415 points, and had 417 points scored against them, with quite a nice impressive difference of -2 in this particular stage of the season. Their average points per game are 51.875. 3 games recorded for free throw percentages, and currently sitting at 30%, scoring 12 of their 40 free throws. And now we have a look at some of their results spanning the season so far. So looking back at October, where they played 2 games against Yardley Defenders, the first game winning by 8 points, and then comfortably winning their second game by 40. Middle bit of the season, they've had their losses, unfortunately some quite impressively for Bourneville, beating them by 22, and another one then by Redditch by 23 at the beginning of March. Their last game so far this season against Worcester Wolves saw them coming down from 15 points at the half-time and then actually beating Worcester Wolves by 15 on the final buzzer. Quite an impressive game there, very good sportsmanship and some very good in-game plays. And let's have a look at their upcoming fixtures for Nuneaton and Bourneville against Sky Blues. So Sky Blues play at home first of all on the 13th of April against Nuneaton, then away on the 14th of April at Nuneaton. So that should be a good weekend for both teams playing there. And then their final game of the season is against Bourneville Bears away on the 27th of April. So good luck to Sky Blues, hopefully getting the last 3 wins of the season for them. And congratulations once again to all of them and getting Team of the Week this week. Before we have a quick look at the top 3 tips from myself for becoming a better table official, just a couple of reminders regarding the YBL residential and the Aston Manor basketball camp. Places are still going quite quick. They are now becoming limited. I think within the next week or 2, pretty much all of them will be gone. So please, if you are thinking about having a place on the camp, get that on there now. Get onto the website and secure your place. So either go to ybl.org.uk and select the camp button, either the residential or then the Aston Manor from there, or directly from the Aston Manor basketball.com website. And remember to tick the YBL box once you go down the selection process. Places are going fast, people, so get on there and get your place secured. Okay, looking at my top 3 tips then to become a better table official. Some of these are rather simple and it just makes you as a table official a little bit easier for the game. So number 1, get your starting 5 and the coach's signature. 9 times out of 10, coaches will give you a team sheet before the start of the game where you fill in the sheet from that. Most of the time they will have the starting 5 players listed or crossed off next to the names on that sheet. However, if they don't, it is ideal to go to them before the start of the game and to confirm with the coach that everything is okay. So having all of their names on the score sheet with all the player numbers, obviously license numbers, and then you can say, coach, can I have your starting 5? Getting that signature then also proves that he's read all of that, or she has read all of that, and that you are both happy with what's on that score sheet. Then the game can go ahead as planned. Nice and simple. Number 2, make sure you have a horn. Some clubs don't, or some table officials don't have a separate horn from the buzzer that they use on the main scoreboard. Having the horn makes it a lot easier for the referees and players to distinguish between the 2 sets of noises. So if they're playing and somebody wants a timeout and you hear the horn from the table and not the buzzer, they know what it's for. So referees can get a bit confused because some of them, you know, like myself, when a basket is scored and they hear the buzzer for off the clock, they might think, oh, it's the end of the quarter or the end of the game. In actual fact, it's not. It's the table official wanting a timeout. So having those 2 distinct noises makes it a lot easier for the referee to distinguish what's going on and for players to recognise what's being called. So get yourself a horn. And finally, number 3, rule out. At the end of the game, it is ideal that you cross out the end of the quarter and the end of the games with a line or double line at the end of the game, and any unused boxes. You can have a look, I think it'll be here, of what I mean by unused boxes. It is all of the fouls that are not being used, all the timeout boxes, the protest box if it's not being used, any unused official boxes that haven't been used. Just put a nice tidy line through and it just makes your score sheet look a lot more professional and neater. It makes a huge difference on presentation there. And with everything ruled out, everybody knows the game's finished. So anybody writing over the top of it, obviously people will then realise that the line's already there before something's been written over the top. So those 3 tips are something that could help you become a better table official. Thank you very much for everybody for this week, for viewing our wonderful YBL videos. Again, comment, like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. We like to hear from our viewers and we'd like to hear your opinions on what we're doing well and what we could improve on. Don't forget to follow us on other social media platforms, on Instagram, on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you very much for joining me this week and we'll hopefully see you again next week. I've been James Davis. You've been fabulous. Goodbye.